What's going on, guys? It's Power Tycoon, and I just got something in the mail. What is it? Y'all have to wait till I fucking open this shit to find out. But first off, there was a guy who made a comment on one of my videos kind of recently saying he missed the room that had the Mario standee and you know, all the Nintendo stuff in it. Well, this is the room. As you can see, it's pretty empty. So let me just run down what happened real quick. You know, my fiance, she didn't make that much money, and I was basically paying most of the rent, and it was just hurting me. So we rented out this room to a roommate, a friend of ours, and he lived here for a bit, but our lease is about to come up, so he moved out. So this is what happened to the room, to whoever asked about the room with the Mario stuff in it. Anyways, so let's go ahead, open this real quick. You want to be in the video?
No, I was just wondering who you were talking to.
You don't want to be in the video? You sure? I'm sure my subscribers would like to actually see my fiance instead of me just pretending like I have one.
They saw me in one video. I was in the background laughing at you.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so here's what Power Tycoon got in the damn mail. Son of a... Bam! Wii to HDMI converter. What this shit does, it'll convert your Wii over to an HDMI cable. Has a little adapter. Let me just pull it out and show you guys. Basically, it'll upscale the Wii to either 720p or 1080p, based on, you know, whatever you have it on. It's 720p by default. But yeah, this will go through and actually upscale your Wii. Obviously, it's not going to make the games look like 360 and PS3 games, but it'll upscale the resolution to make it a lot smoother. See, there's the HDMI port back here. I think that one's for sounds. I'm not really going to mess with that one. And as you can see, this plugs into basically the video port of the Wii. Unfortunately, I don't have any video capture cards to show you the quality of this, but I'll let you guys know how it works out. I'm hoping it's pretty damn sick and makes games look a lot smoother. Anyways, that's it for this part of the video. Power Tycoon, out. What's going on, YouTube? This is Power Tycoon, and it's probably the first time I've made a video before work. But anyways, I just want to talk to you guys real quick about this random encounter I had yesterday on my way home from my job. Now, for those of you that don't know, I currently have no car, so I'm just taking public transportation to and from work. It's a bitch, it's expensive, it takes forever, blah blah blah. So I'm on my way home, and you know, I get off the metro and I'm boarding the bus to get basically straight home from there. So I get on the bus, and it's pretty crowded because it showed up late. So there's like a shit ton of people on there. I'm like, whatever, I'm making my way to the back, and there's like no room. There's no empty spots. So I was just like, whatever, I just sit down somewhere, and I kind of glance over real quick, and the dude next to me has a 3DS XL. I was like, oh, sweet. And I didn't really recognize the game he was playing. I should have, but I was like, yo, what game is that? He's like, oh, this is Golden Sun Dark Dawn. I was like, oh shit, I got that game too. I pulled out my case of games, because I got, you know, that Club Nintendo shit that has 18 they can hold 18 games. So I pulled that out, and I'm like, oh, I guess I left it at home. He's like, oh shit, he's going through, I got this game, that game, blah blah. You know, we just kind of like spark conversation, and I'm just sitting there thinking, you know, we're going to be on this bus for a while, like, you want a Pokemon battle? Because, you know, he mentioned Pokemon, and I had fired up Black version. He's like, oh, is that Black? I was like, yeah, let's battle. He's like, sure. So we battled, and I was kind of surprised because I very rarely lose. Like, I'd say the first time I really actually lost Pokemon battle was when I went to GameBattles.com, and I thought I was all badass and everything, but even then it was kind of close. So anyways, I battled this guy. He beats me the first time. I'm like, oh snap, let me get my serious face on. Let me switch up my team, get my good Pokemon out. So I do that, and I come back and I beat him, and then we're just kind of sitting there, you know, and then I think we exchanged Pokemon friend codes, fired up our street passes. You know, it's been a while since I went through my street pass and my Mii Plaza and all that stuff. So like the first Mii that shows up on my 3DS, he's like, oh snap, that's my girlfriend. I was like, what? It was just cool. I mean, it was just really cool to sit down and, you know, be able to interact with someone that played games that had the same interests and basically the same games I did. You know, we got to talking, we exchanged 3DS friend codes, and it turns out he basically lives in a apartment complex like right across the street from mine. So I was like, whoa, wow, that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's kind of like my random encounter story. It was just really cool, like I said, really cool to run across someone that had 3DS and had that, you know, same game interest. You know, it was just cool. Like you don't see that happening every day. Like I always keep my street pass on. I live kind of in the DC area, so it's like a pretty heavily populated area, and about like every other day or so I'll get like a street pass. So I mean, it was just cool to actually sit down, play games, and interact with someone just randomly. I thought that was pretty damn cool. I don't know if you guys have similar stories, but if you do, go ahead, video response, comment, let me know. Anyways, Power Talking. This is done for this video.